Welcome back to Weg's Garage. Back here in the shop on our 1964 Triumph TR4. Today should be a pretty fun day. We're hoping to get this thing rolled out and started up again, which if you've been watching the channel, you know it's been a few weeks since we've been able to get this thing running. We've been kind of going through the list of issues that might have been causing our overheating problems. Last week we tackled the timing. Today, we're going to roll this thing out and try and get those carbs dialed in. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to kind of go over basically what we just did. So we set the carburetors using the factory kind of initialization settings. We basically bump the jets up until they're just hitting the bottom sides of the air valves, and then back them off. I think it was 3 turns, it says in the manual. We also loosen the linkage between the 2 carbs and just back the screws out until they weren't touching the throttle actuator anymore, and then turned it back in 1.5 turns. And then we kind of got going with trying to balance the airflow between the 2. We got it to start right up with those settings. We got it balanced, kind of played with things. Seems to idle well. Idle's a little bit high. It's idling at about 1,000 RPM or 1,100, somewhere in there. I am starting to suspect that we probably need to rebuild these carburetors. There's some kind of weird things about them. For one, the jet in this one here, and never be able to see that. is it's almost like not far enough up to begin with. So that's kind of weird. It definitely seems like this one leaks the oil out of the damper, which is a problem. And then it also seems to have a leaky O-ring down here on the jet holder. That's probably not good either. So it looks like we'll probably have a little carburetor rebuild in our future, but starting to get the hang of working with these dual Stromberg carburetors and how to get everything running. Definitely seems to be running a lot better. Starts pretty nicely. It's not quite overheating. Still run a little bit hot, but we are just kind of sitting here, so sitting here in the sun. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. I think we're gonna take it on a little drive and just see if you can actually drive it or not. If we got the carburetors in a good range, and see what happens. Alright, so we went for our test drive. Definitely seems to be running a lot stronger. So to kind of summarize, I mean, we've made some changes over the last few weeks. The starter is definitely nice. It's cranking it over strong. We don't have to worry about that anymore. That is a nice addition. Getting that timing set, I think that was really key. I think that may have fixed our overheating issues. It's running a lot cooler right now, so whatever the timing was set at before, I think it was probably way off. The carburetors, we're starting to get dialed in. Idle's okay. It does still kind of want to die. I think that those carburetors probably need to be gone through. So that's probably going to be the next step as far as like getting it running well, is to rebuild the carburetors, get some new gaskets, and just get everything set back to factory, because I think they've been gone through over the years like a million times by people who probably didn't know what they were doing, kind of like us, except for we're actually trying to learn how to do this right. So alright, so that's going to do it for today. We got everything pretty well set. She's running good. We're pretty excited for that. It's not perfect yet, but we're getting a lot closer. So thanks so much for following along. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see you next time.